Here's a little exercise just to check that your swing path with your putter is bang on point. Now the swing path with your putter is going to be largely straight-ish. Now I say straight-ish because it will have a slight arc and curve to it. Just the way we stand as a golfer, we stand to the side of the putt, we should have a slight arc and curve to it. Some golfers presume it's dead straight back and forwards, and maybe they're focusing hard on taking it dead straight back and forwards to the detriment of their overall stroke, because it ends up with a bit of manipulation. So we talk about a 12-degree curve on a lot of putting strokes. Now I don't expect you to necessarily know what that is, but it's a very slight arc. And if we use this 2-club drill here to check that we're swinging on that slight arc, that would be perfect. Now I've dropped these 2 clubs down pointing towards my intended target, and I can get my club head just in between them with around about a thumb width either side of my putter head, just a small gap either side of the putter head. What I'm going to try and do now is just make a few of my normal putting strokes up and down between those 2 rails. Now if I was to see my putter head do this and cross the outside rail and then come back into the inside rail, I immediately can tell that my putting stroke, my swing direction, is not ideal. That would be very much classed as an outside to inside, might result in the ball going left, or effectively me trying to slice the ball back into the hole. Likewise, if I make my setup and I bring the club inside and get over this inside rail and push out to the outside rail, again that tells me there's some fairly serious issues with my putting stroke. Either my hands are too active, maybe my shoulder alignment, my body alignment, something isn't quite right. What I'd like to see is the club moving largely up and down between those 2 rails nicely. Now we talked about the slight arc, so we might be able to see that there's a thumb width gap at the start. As I bring the club back, that thumb width closes up and I get nearer to the back shaft here. Then I go back to the center again, and then I come in again towards the inside club again, closing that thumb width gap up at the end. So it's square there, slightly to the inside, square to the center, and slightly to the inside. And at no point should the club go to the outside shaft, because that would mean the club is moving in the wrong way for my good swing path. So next time you're practicing your putting, a couple of clubs down there, practice this one in the house as well, and just try and make sure that your swing path with your putter follows a nice gentle arc, doesn't cross either of those 2 shafts on the floor, because that would be too extreme for a putting swing arc.